And we are officially hitting the Oregon coast. We just spent the past 2 to 3 days in Klamath, California, which is the Redwoods National Park and like a ton of state parks as well. So we did a couple of hikes there. It was super, super nice. I think it was like one of my favorites. First of all, it's so uncrowded compared to Sequoia and Yosemite. And the weather was like honestly perfect. We were like under the trees. It's just green everywhere. There's no people. It's not hot. And I don't think there was really that many bugs for how like cool and I guess damp it was. But nonetheless, we are finally heading up the coast. We will be staying our first night in Oregon tonight. We're kind of just like hip-hopping up the coast. Our, I guess, in destination, we will be in Forks, Washington for the Olympic National Park, but I think that's in about 2 weeks. So we're literally just gonna kind of be stopping up on the coast. Not boondocking because I don't feel like there's a lot of boondocking locations for this, but our first stop is gonna be in Brookings, Oregon, which is like literally almost right on the state line. And we're gonna be going to the Samuel Boardman State Park. I'm excited to finally be entering the Pacific Northwest. Okay, we just made it to our RV spot. Very nice RV park, which is warranted because it was like $80 for tonight's stay, which we're just doing a night. And we did do a pull through, so we're like, let's just make it easy so we don't have to unhitch the trailer or anything. But I have a mile by mile guide of the Oregon coast and some maps, so we're gonna figure out what we're doing today, where we're going to after we eat some lunch. Okay, we've looked at my little map that I have, and we are at our first stop, which is, where are we at, David? Where are we? We are at Arch Rock Viewpoint. We started down here, we drove all the way to the top of what we were doing today, and we're gonna make our way down back to the RV. We have the dogs with us because it's kind of dog friendly. Some of the stuff that we wanted to do was like not available during high tide, which low tide is like from at 10 p.m. and then 10 a.m. So maybe we can do some stuff early tomorrow before the tide gets too high. But Arch Rock Viewpoint, and then we're heading on down back to Brookings. Next up is Natural Bridges Viewpoint. This is, I think, like the picture that kind of like inspired me to want to visit this area. So hopefully it's as pretty as I've seen online. And there's signs saying like, oh, be careful, there's poison oak. And I think Ruby just like ran into all of the poison oak. So if she gives me poison oak, I will die. Hopefully dogs don't get it because my poor baby will be miserable. But I especially hope it doesn't transfer to myself.
That's the best thing. It's your camp, buddy.
Here, Banjo. We just got back to the RV, are at our dinner spot, recommended by ChatGPT. It closes at 10 because we're like, are we gonna go grocery shopping first or go here first? We came here first. It's closed. Doors locked, chairs flipped. Map says it's open. We looked at the menu, we're ready to eat. Closed. So now we're trying to figure out where else to go.
Do what?
We ended the day at a little bar eating our dinner. We had some mac and cheese, steak frites, and some carne asada tacos. Then we went to the grocery store and stocked up on some food. And I got my 8th book of the year. My goal was to read 12 books, and I just finished my 7th book when I was in Redwoods National Park. So 7th book, July. I'm technically ahead of schedule reading my 8th book, What I Should Have Said by Max Monroe. I really don't know what the vibe is whenever I'm picking out a book. I 100% judge a book from its cover, and not only is the cover cute, look at the pages. They're so beautiful. But anyway, so we're only staying here for one night. Not the cheapest. It was like 80 something dollars. I think 90 when you at the end of it when you do tax. David went to go take a shower because we don't want to do all the hookups yet, so he went to take a shower at their little bathroom area. 25 cents for every 8 minutes. It's like, we just spent so much money to stay here. Now we have to pay to use a shower. Anyway, I am writing my Redwoods postcard to send back home. This is one of my favorite souvenirs. I just kind of like journal and like write about what I did while I was here, and then I send it home so it can get all aged up and weathered and all the cracks and creases to make it look like it's been through a lot, because I've been through a lot. And then it makes its way home, and I put it in my little photo album and share it with every person who does not ask. So I'm writing my Redwoods one now, and I still have to send like the past 4 locations. I need to remember to bring it in the car with us, so every time I see a post office I can just go drop it off. Anyway, tomorrow the plan is blueberry pancakes. I got some fresh blueberries so I can make some pancakes, and then I think we're gonna go to a beach and let the dogs get out some morning zoomies. Checkout here is at 11, so we're gonna come here, check out, drive up the coast to our next location where we're gonna spend 2 nights and just explore a bit around until we reach the next location where we're spending 3 or 4 nights, and it'll be the 4th of July. Hopefully they have some good events going on. I think that'll be super fun to spend 4th of July on the coast if they actually do something. So we'll see, but right now I'm writing my postcard, I'm gonna hop in the shower, and time for bed. We have our pancake breakfast. For not having all of the ingredients, they're not that bad. I made some blueberry ones. Not horrible. We had to check out of our RV park in less than an hour, but we drove to the beach so the dogs could get some zoomies in, and then we'll be heading up the coast for about 3 hours to our next destination. We are officially ready to go. Did like 30 minutes at the beach, packed up really quick, and now we are heading to our next spot, which is Winchester Bay. This is a map of like all of the south coast. We're here now, and we're gonna go all the way up here, and then it continues here, and then all the way up here. So we are ready for today's adventures. Yesterday we checked into our resort. I said we're staying at Winchester Bay, and honestly we just kind of used it as a resting day. I personally didn't leave the RV. David did his little run around the campground, but I just just relaxed. I'm heavy on TikTok right now. Not even posting good stuff though. Like, you can go follow me if you want, but it's not good. I need to start upping my game because I need to escape this corporate life. But I was posting some TikToks, I was reading my book, just relaxing, and I just made a TikTok about like corporate burnout, and honestly, I'm so tired mentally. I'm exhausted. Right now we have a week off of work, and I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, it is Wednesday, and I'm still not even mentally like ready to enjoy life. I'm just like, all right, time to reset, and like my break is halfway over and I'm like, oh, anxiety. But nonetheless, we made it out today. We are visiting some state parks along the coast. We've drove an hour south, so we did a little bit of backtracking, and we are at Cape Arago State Park. Unfortunately, the drive here was nice, no clouds. We've made it to our destination, clouds everywhere, so I'm not sure what type of view we're about to have, but we made it with the dogs. We're gonna explore a bit here and then make our way back up the coast. Views aren't too horrible. I thought it was gonna be all clouds, but luckily, like, you still see like the rock formations and the water and a little bit down the coast, but still, I mean, this is the sky that we're dealing with. I'm sure it'd be a lot more beautiful if the sun was out and it was clear skies.
On it if you want, banjo, or let's go. Good choice.
We just hiked a random trail that was not official at all. Towards the end, like, I slid on my feet and I told David to just slide too. He slid on his butt, so he's got a dusty booty. We didn't know where we were. Ends up it was the middle cove. So there's a north cove, middle, and then south. We could see the tide starting to come in. Not really familiar with like what that means, but we're like, let's just skedaddle. We have tons of stuff to see. On to the next stop. There's sea lions or seals, or what's the difference?
Sea lions.
Seal or sea lion? There's seals or sea lions. I think way out there we can hear them, but it's too cloudy to see them, but like, you can hear them. Yeah, they're out there. I think they're like right here. Can't see anything now. We're at the Simpson Reef. Oh, I wish we could see it. I want to see a starfish. Oh my gosh, if we see an octopus. We just made it to our next stop, which is Shore Acre State Park. We are just running to look and see if there even is a view really quick, but there's a sign that says dogs are prohibited, so not planning on staying here, but we just parked and are heading into this ledge of cloud, fog, mist, and seeing if we can see anything. We had the park rangers come and tell us dogs are supposed to be on leashes. We were playing fetch on the beach, and there was another family with their dog playing fetch as well, so no fetch allowed because they have to be on leashes. We had our fun. They were tired anyway. So to the next spot. I think this was what was this? Where are we at? We are at, I believe this is Sunset Bay State Park. I think we've exhausted our time here, so on to the next stop. I think we're probably good to go. So we've had our time to the next stop, whatever that might be. Just made it back in the RV. We're gonna take a quick little break. David's gonna take a nap. I'm gonna read a bit of my book, and we're gonna try to have like a nice dinner tonight. Maybe find some seafood, crab legs, and just hang out. I also want to catch the sunset. It was nice when we left, but now that we're back, it is cloudy again. I don't know what that means for a good sunset, but we're gonna play that one by ear.
Back up.
We've settled into our next campsite this weekend. We are staying at 1,000 Trails Campground, which is included in our membership, which means we were paying nothing. And we settled in. David cooked his veggies. We just spent the evening on the beach playing fetch with the dogs. And I think we're gonna round out our day. We're trying to figure out what 4th of July is gonna look like for us, if there's anything going around, or we're gonna do hikes, like literally no clue. But we have this little campsite set up. Definitely probably do a fire tomorrow. Maybe roast some weenies like we always do. We don't have a sewer hookup at this site, so we did actually buy a portable sewer. It's not sewer. Yeah, it's sewer. We bought a portable gray water tank for our gray water. So when we're at campgrounds like this, we can dump it and wheel that more easily to the dump station. This campground's honestly super pretty. It would not work for work because there's no way Starlink is gonna work with all these trees. Honestly, this holiday break has been so uneventful and slow because like I just don't have the brain power to do anything. I don't know. I'm so tired, burnt out. Corporate life. Let's go ahead and get inside and maybe drink some wine. I could go for some wine. We will be having ourselves a super uneventful 4th of July. We are staying in the RV. We just went to the grocery store and bought some wine. I was feeling some cherries. We got ourselves a pack of wieners and some more stuff, and we're just gonna have a campfire. We really just hung around the RV today. Didn't do much. So yeah, let's start getting this campfire going. fire was supposed to be. Fire girl.
Yeah, it's also struggling a little bit.
Oh, wow. I think our fire went out. Here, hold this. Well, there goes dinner. Now we'll start to death. There is a fire going on under there. You just have to bring it on out.
Oh, yeah, it's catching. There you go.
Okay, we have officially ended our journey on the Oregon coast. Yesterday was Sunday and we were supposed to be traveling on Monday, but we decided to cut that short a day and extend a day longer here so we could travel on a Sunday rather than a working Monday. But we traveled 4 hours north and officially made it to the state of Washington, where we will be for all of July, I think. Oh, David, poopies. As I was saying, we officially made it to the state of Washington. We drove 4 hours north yesterday and we are in Oceana? There's no I in it. Oceana. We are in Oceana, Washington, just for the work week. We are heading to the beach right now, which is just at the end of our campground. We are staying at yet another Thousand Trails campground, which means we have spent nothing. So that's always great as we just sit inside our RV and working especially. And then this weekend we'll be heading to Olympic National Park. My poor Ruby is always getting sand in her eyes when she's playing. I don't know how to help her. We are back in the RV. Like I said, it's just gonna be a working week, so I'm gonna end this vlog here. Thank you guys for spending a week on the Oregon coast with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!